since that is all the good OCs, let's move on to the bad OCs. Going
you didn't fuck it up.
back in the same order that we did, the good OCs, let's take a look at what Smooth brought to the party.
This is Summer Breeze. Her pony age is marked as adult, so if Medi were still alive and with us...
Why did he have to get hit by the train?
He would be very happy about that. Her strengths are flying, writing, and singing. She writes songs as well as sings them, but she doesn't do the instruments because she's actually incredibly bad at playing instruments, and she isn't really good with others. You can see it in her expression. It's good. And one of her greatest fears is not being able to sing. You see, that's dedication to music. One of your greatest fears, all of a sudden just not being able to anymore. It would hurt. It would suck. And she doesn't want to deal with crowds, because crowds suck, especially if you don't like others. Apparently her name is actually a song title, which, last try of recording, I did not hear the end of, and now I guess it's time for the special time.
Other people?
No, real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
The main thing I have against this pony, besides color palette, but pony itself, is the special talent in Cutie Mark, which is making summer breezes and writing songs. You see, apparently I really like dual talent Cutie Marks. I didn't know this until now, but, well, My Good had one, Soren's Good kind of had one. This one,
those were good.
Yeah, but I'm not a fan of this one because it doesn't really make sense. Making summer breezes, for one thing, I just don't understand completely. I mean, song reference and all that, but what does it mean? And writing songs, those, besides the song, do not have a single thing to do with each other. Not at all. And it just really bugs me. If you, somehow made a story that made sense and could bring those together somehow, that I might be okay with it, but at this form, I am not. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and what makes it even harder to really like is not only do the talents just not have really much to do with each other, but the music, the pulse beat appeared later after she fell in love with music, which was after she got her cutie.
Yeah. With the other two dual cutie marks we showed this week, they were the realization of both things being able to coincide, and they were always that cutie mark exactly. With this one, it used to just be the wing, and now it is also the pulse beat with singing and music.
Yep.
I'm just
I really like that purple that it has.
Yeah, the color palette's actually fairly good, at least. I know I'm not the one who said this last part, but I'm going to say it now in this one. Ha, screw you, whoever you are. The blue in the main is the one that kind of doesn't really work on this pony of the colors. If you'd got rid of that one, maybe toned down the eye, and reworked the cutie mark and its colors, aesthetically, it'd probably be an incredibly good pony. The purple lavender-ish color of the coat is really good color. The predominant color of the mane sort of bugs me, but it's close-ish to the lavender, so I guess I can be okay with it. But the eye pops out a little bit too much, maybe, on this pony.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
And make the blue, instead of an actual part of the pony, maybe an accessory, or maybe the cutie mark or something. I don't know if that would work.
This pony is bland. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the cutie mark, the color. Look at the color, look at the body. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like what's going on here. That's like the one thing I have to say to stick up for this pony. Other than that, the eye is like, whoa!
I don't have too much of a problem with the, like, design of the mane, aside from, like, color and the highlights. I'm not a big fan of those. But it's, like, it's okay. It's nothing, like, spectacular, but it's not too bad. Not really feeling the tail. Like, it just doesn't really do much for me at all. It just sort of like it has this one little spike near the like where it starts, and then it's just all one big thing, and then has a couple like swoopy spikes at the bottom, and it's just kind of boring. No offense.
It seems kind of weird in comparison to the mane.
Yeah, I feel like if it matched the style of the mane, it would look a little bit better.
Moving on to Commander's Bad OC.
So, the OC I brought this week is a Tricky Note by Galaxy-Trax, and
Explain this!
Before we get into this OC too much, I would like to say that our kind guest here did my job last week. I will...
You mean 2 days ago?
Tisk.
Whatever. I don't...
Tarby, you're doing my job of freaking correcting him. What the hell?
Reminding you.
And
Oh my God.
I hate Tarbyton gains another citizen. All right.
Anyways, so this OC Tricky Note, which is the only one we're really going to be talking about this episode, is the true form of another OC called Creation, which is a like what was it, a shape-shifting?
That's a whole.
There was a lot.
There was a lot. It's way too much to cover.
It's another whole can of worms.
So much to the point where we could feature it on another episode and talk about none of the things we've talked about this episode, or we will talk about. Anyways, Tricky Note is a unicorn, but hates being a unicorn. Their special talent is finding music, and they love to bring joy to others by playing the songs that she finds. I'm not sure how she finds them, but she apparently does. And she wishes to fill the world with beautiful music. Apparently. I really am just kind of still confused about the cutie mark and the special talent, honestly. Like, I don't, like, is it that, like, she has a knack for, like, hearing music and finding music? Or is it finding the kind of music that people like? Or does she just sort of find it occurring in nature and, like, uses that as inspiration? I want to know. Not a huge fan of the color choice in the OC.
Not the least bit.
I mean, like the white. I mean, I see it done a lot. I don't really like super white coats. I like there to be a little bit of some color behind it. Maybe like make it a little bit of a cream or something like that. I've said this a lot of times on the show, so I'm just repeating myself at this point. But
maybe for future cases, maybe other people haven't heard that point being said.
I mean, yeah, it's true, but like I'm just not going to go into a full rant. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But I mean, the biggest problem I have is with the with the mane and tail, just color wise. It's jarring, and I don't really like it because I don't know, like that green with the black. It's just not very good in my opinion. No offense to you, but
we mentioned in the last time we recorded about the fact that the black stripe in the mane is just really like not that great of color to be included.
Yeah.
Darby, go ahead, and since you brought that up last time.
Oh God, yeah.
Soren did?
Soren did?
But I brought
it up. Sorry.
No, do you want to talk about it? I don't care. Do you wish to discuss about the black stripe?
Okay.
Both just yell at the same time.
No.
Do you want to know about the black stripe?
I'll let someone talk about the black stripe.
So, what you're gonna learn about me quickly is, holy shit, this mucusy green. Stop putting it in your ponies, please. It's like this nasty yellowish, greenish something that came in. It's like, ugh. And so, stop using that, please. That color doesn't look good anywhere. It's not the same thing with Ardent Vortex last time I was on. I just don't like this mucusy, nasty green. Then you've also got this neon green. It's like a fierce dichotomy. You've got this really gross green, and then you've got this really vibrant, like up in your face green. This pony, as I said before, soft color palettes. This is up in your face. It's attacking my eyes. It's making me uncomfortable. Ugh. The black stripe, go away. Stop it. Every main color is a no. This pure white, it might work if you had a better main color. Also, the little music notes coming out of the horn. Do they make music with their horn? Explain that, please. That's all I got.
The eye color, the fact that it apparently, allegedly, naturally has the ability to change its eye color, which is only what I can assume given the fact that we are given 3 different shades of eye color, one of which is multicolored.
Heterochrome.
Plus the black stripe, plus the music. I'm pretty sure, actually, I don't know if those are spirals around the horn or if the horn is vibrating, so that might be used.
It's a swirl.
Okay. They might be using their unicorn horn as like a tweeter to play music, so I don't know. The UGG factor is strong with this one. You know, it's this. I am sorry to say, but person who did this, your OC sucks.
You have to go the extra
Yeah,
mile.
you're setting yourself up, you're setting a standard if you go with a black, white, or red OC. It's people interpret things differently depending on how you present it, and when you have an OC that is, you know, a flat black, a flat white, or like something like a red or a pink, then, you know, people are going to go into the thought process from a different point of view. You know, they're going to either put it at a higher standard or what have you. So
Yeah, a lot of assumptions, unfair assumptions will be made if you don't present your pony correctly.
It's not even that. It's just like, I don't know. It's people will either take it as lazy. Like, I mean, it's like the joke about DJ ponies, how every single one is like a vinyl scratch knockoff. All of them are white or all of them are, you know, what have you. And to a certain extent, it's kind of true. But, like, I don't know. It's shenanigans, and that's just a personal gripe because there's so many colors. You know, don't go with flat white.
I feel that, despite all of the negative things, I think that the thing with the most potential to be good is the special talent. I personally like my sort of idea of them having a talent of finding, like, musical, like, sort of things happening in nature and using that as inspiration. If you do something with that, that would be really cool. Like, I think that's the best thing I can get out of this.
Well,
That's it.
let's move on to the next one.
Mine is an OC by the name of Cream Jam, by the the DeviantArt artist Dark is the Name. All one word. Oh boy. And I hate talking in absolutes like this, but this is the gaudiest OC I've ever seen. I mentioned earlier in the episode that I have an issue with multicolored ponies, like when the bodies are multicolored, because it's very, very hard to pull it off, and this OC here is a prime example of that. I mean, you've got, on the body alone, we've got greenish yellow, like this really off-colored sort of disgusting thing, which is, I don't know. By itself, it could pass. And it's accented by this flesh-colored, not even pink, flesh-colored, you know, thing, which goes on each leg from the knee down, and basically covers the right side of their face, a la the mask from Phantom of the Opera. So, it's a lot of why this, you know, why is this, and I personally feel like they could have gone with one color or the other. Like, they could have gone with the flesh tone color, and it would have made the OC twice as good as it is. Easily. If not more. But because they tried to meld the two, and because of the inconsistent patterns, it just comes across as obtuse. And the hair color is this mix of orange and green, which unless you're Carrot Top does not work, I'm sorry. So, and the cutie mark, which looks like pastel 80s, purple and blue. And it's just this mismatch of, ooh, this looks cool, ooh, that looks cool. And it just comes across as juvenile. It comes across...
Undecisive?
Yeah, it comes across as, hey, I want to do the thing. What's every single thing I like? Let's mix it all together. Oh, and by the way, let's make this look nice and, cool and ravey and badass. And it's... No. Was bullied as a filly because she was, quote, the one that was sitting in the back of the class daydreaming about dancing and stuff, and she got bad grades not caring about anything that was happening. Her mom was mad at her for not getting good grades, so she would get yelled at a lot. Cream's mom and dad got divorced. Sorry if I spelled that wrong. I'm stupid XD when she was a filly. On Cream's birthday, she sat in her room crying, thinking that her mom forgot her birthday until ... her mom walked in with a game. And it's very obvious that this character was designed with someone who was young. It's very obvious. And I hate pointing out everything wrong. I hate making it seem like I'm nitpicking, but it's the point of the show, so. The characters got her cutie mark in her sleep after getting a dancing, the pony version of essentially DDR.
Actually, I think it's so you think you can...
Yeah, so you think you can dance. The OC gets her cutie mark while she was sleeping, after a day of playing this, and only then, and I quote, way in the future, when she's a young adult, she decides to make a dance school to teach fillies how to dance like a boss. XD. The end. Oh, by the way, those bracelets are ponytails are from her dad. And juvenile. Very obviously a first OC, or hopefully a first OC, if not an early pony OC. When this kind of stuff is cool, and we've all been there. It's gonna happen, but it doesn't make it good, and unfortunately, unless this is a character that grows with the person who drew them, this is going to be one of those characters that Dark as the Name is, or hell, we all have a character that we made years ago, and we think about it now, and we just silently shudder, because we just think about how bad it was, and how naive it was, how just painful it was. And that's kind of this gives me flashbacks to my first campaign playing Dungeons and Dragons. It reminds me just how underdeveloped or overdeveloped a character can be when you're at that level of, I guess, quality control with your ideas, I think is the best way to put it. And it's just painful. It's actually kind of painful. And I don't know. I think that the person themselves, Dark as the Name, has potential. I'd love to see where they go in the future. Cream Jam hurts my eyes.
Darby, you covered a lot of the things that can be said about the character.
We did do this episode once before.
Yeah. You didn't have to take all the points,
I'm bad at that. I apologize.
We've done this once before, baby. Anyway.
It's okay. I do not fault you for it. I think it is nice that they tried to use the cutie mark colors for the accessories, and that understands that they get some of the things you need to do to help make your OC better, but they just need a push in the right direction, to help them figure out what they're doing. I think that, just like you were saying, I really like the sort of flushy, I don't know, almost peach.
Yeah, that sort of pink tone, would be great if that were the whole body. And if they picked one of the main colors, then it would be good. And just fleshed out the backstory a bit, changed it so it's a bit more realistic consistently, maybe have an apprenticeship or something with a dance studio early on. There's so many there's so many things you can do, but it's just, I don't know. It's, as I said, it comes across as very juvenile, very, beginner. And
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, like you said, everyone has their like first characters, and looking through their gallery, it looks like this is their first pony character, which is no. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So the cutie mark here, it doesn't make me think dancing. It makes me think music, and even with me thinking music, it makes me think, why is this cutie mark so cliche and overdone? Stop it. I mean, it's fine if it's a little bit cliche. As we've established before, cliches exist for a reason. But this one's just so basic. I mean, goodness gracious. I'd say take the green out of the tail and mane, or at least change it.
Overall.
Moving on to next OC then. On to my bad OC this week. This is Scribble Note by Solemnly-Swetley. Interesting name. But, anyway, this is Scribble Note. She is 14, female. Her personality is that she is happy and outgoing and quite random. Scribble is extremely passive at times and likes to follow the group. She is spontaneous and enjoys when people like her. She can be hot-headed, however, and in that mood tends to spit out insults. Scribble can also say things without thought, and when she hurts someone in this way, she feels extremely bad. She is a Pegasus. Her main occupation, since she is underage, is full-sitting. Her talent is art and music. There's a height and weight, 5'1" on all fours, 10'7" on hind legs. What?
Oh.
Really?
What?
That's pretty tall.
That's actually very detailed, too. Like, wow.
She has OCD, which I have. Of course, in her case, it only affects things when she makes affects things she makes, such as her art, especially her music, and somewhat the way she acts. Backstory: Scribble was raised well and normally had no problems growing up until she got into the second grade when she left her old school and her friends to go to a new one. She thus had problems fitting in until she made friends with another colt at the school. After this, greeting, she soon was integrated into the friendship circle within her class, and after this, she began practicing her art more and more, drawing nearly every day. Eventually, she was exposed to music covers and decided to start singing to try to do her own. She soon gained her cutie mark when she showed ponies at her art and music at a talent show. Since Scribble has dealt with boys at her home, which she eventually shut out, and thus got into computer gaming. After spending money on a headset and art supplies, Scribble applied as a full sitter, thus to earn up more money. The backstory is a little bit, I don't know. I don't want to say too long because I hate ever saying that a story can be too long. It's just that I feel that it's cluttered, I guess. I don't know. But the fact that it sounds like a typical artist OC. Like, it's basic, it's bland. We brought up last time, I believe Tarby made the point that it seems like there's nothing to this character, and it's very backgroundy.
That wasn't me, that was someone else. I didn't really make any original points for this one, so...
Okay. Well, somebody made that point last time, and I don't know, I agree with that statement, and I feel like this is the kind of character that is about to go do something. Like, this is literally describing the whole life before some major event happens. Now, what that event is, I have no idea, and I really don't care to guess what, but that's up to the artist. My other point with this one was the fact that the Equestria Girls version of this isn't really an Equestria Girl version of this. You have an OC with a very sky blue-y sort of coat color, and yet the actual Equestria Girl version only has a blue sweater. Every other pony that has original blue mane in the show and then got swapped over to Equestria Girls has blue skin at that point. So make the blue skin. You can give it, like, a different blue sweater or something with, like, a wing on it. I don't know. But it's just the fact that it's not an Equestrian Girls version. It's a humanized version.
I was gonna say, just call it humanized.
Yeah. I hate the fact that there's so many things going on with this character, but then again, I think about it, and she's supposed to be 14, and then I'm like, oh, it's a teenager. Of course there's going to be a lot of things going on with it. It's a typical teenager.
Mm-hmm.
The main, it doesn't look bad, but it just looks too much like an actual human, like, hairstyle. Like, I like, judging by the humanized version, I imagine that's sort of close to what the artist actually looks like, and they sort of just, like, popped it on the pony and just said, well, that's good. Which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, and especially if it's a pony, because I'm imagining it's some kind of pony sona. I don't know if that was explained, or if they just gave a backstory or whatever. But, that's how I sort of envision it, is that's sort of just what the artist looks like, and they sort of just ponified themselves, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'd maybe recommend simplifying the main down to having a few less points to make it just something that you could fit in the show and would match the style a little bit better. It was a pretty simple fix, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, see, me, I don't like the cutie mark all that much. I feel it's literally 3 separate cutie marks stuck into one.
Oh.
That's literally it. I like the color. It might do being a bit less obtuse, just a bit toned down, just a bit, but only just a bit. Yeah, I don't know. This cat, again, you know, I hate harping on early OCs, but that's what this is. It is an early OC. It's, as Mum said, it is an OC, like a stereotypical teenager OC that seems like it's just about to go and do the thing that, you know, makes it badass, that changes everything.
The Psy color is a big no for me. Like, I mean, no, stop that. Don't do that to yourself. Don't make your eye the same color as your mane. Do something that stands out a little bit against this blue. And if you're going to use a brown, maybe not so dark. What I do like, the one thing I really do like, is if you go to the top of the tail here, follow it back, then there's the 2 points, and then it goes down a little further, then there's like these 3 little points that kind of curl outwards. I do like that part of the tail, but the rest of it, you could probably redo it and have less spikes on it. Less spikes, please.
Condense them.
Yeah. The cutie mark is a little bit much. It's got a lot going on, but I don't know. I think it might be going in the right direction a little bit. I'd keep the little paint board thing. I don't know what the hell they're called, but like maybe just put colored music notes on it or something. That'd look really interesting. So
one thing, this is just again something I'm just gonna like repeat about that I've talked about a couple times before in this episode about the double cutie mark thing, is I'm not really feeling it making sense from the story. Like I'm not convinced that they're going to get their cutie mark in both art and in music at like a talent show. Music, I can see that. Art, that's stretching it a little bit. I think that it is I mean, you can have that, you can do that. I personally think that to make it a more solid character, you need a better explanation or a situation where both of those would make sense. Like maybe they were actually doing something with art while making music or playing music or something like that.
Also, if Mehdi was here, he'd probably harp on the fact that there's black lines in the cutie mark.
Probably.
It's obviously, like Tarby said, an early OC, and it shows a lot of potential. A couple of little things you could rework with it, as we've stated here, would definitely help benefit the OC. But other than that, it has potential, just it's not showing it enough right now. So I feel that just change those little things like we said today, or take it in a different direction, or apply these concepts to second OC, and I think you'll be just fine. But moving on from that to the next OC.
So, today we have a pony called Drip Drop by Oasis Kohai. We have a pony here. He is pure white. He's got this orange mane going on. So basically, his backstory is he's a DJ. I know I was kind of harping on it earlier. I'm tired of the electronic music things, but he's a DJ for all genres. It says he is. I made the not neon, not rainbow, not vinyl DJ is what the person says in their description here. Say his name is Drip Drop. He lives and breathes music, all of it, no matter what genre. I like this about him. As I stated in the last recording, I know I kind of brought a good part 2 here, so I'm sorry. But, the usual stuff. He's a little ditzy and slow, just like regular quirks that people put in there that are probably like from themselves. Let's see, he's friendly, shy, blah, blah, blah. He has a hard time performing because he's shy. Anyway, so we're going to move on to the aesthetics because the backstory is a little it's just kind of predictable. I mean, and it's not a terrible thing. I like that he likes all genres of music. There you go. So his cutie mark here is this vinyl record that is dripping paint. And what I really do like with this cutie mark is that this dripping, well, it could be paint, but I digress. This paint kind of dripping off. When you think paint, you think artists. And in my mind, musicians are a form of artist. So how they integrated that into the cutie mark, I really like that. I thought that was smart. Because...
abstract as fuck.
Yeah. And also with a record, you usually think music. So yeah, it fits in. The thing with his mane, it's orange. That's not the problem I have with it. I don't even have a problem with the pattern. The pattern is great. It reminds me of like a quilt topping on a guitar, if you've ever seen a quilt topped guitar before. And it's great. It makes me think, guitar, rock music, all sorts of genres that have guitars in them, right? But then again, I mean, there's the headphones, and you could say, that denotes rap, but not necessarily, because headphones just play music in general. So, I mean, if he's gonna like all genres of music, and if that's not what you were trying to do with the mane, and it's just a pattern, I'm sorry, but it kind of looks that way to me. Maybe you could integrate all genres of music. That would be interesting to see, because he is into all genres, so if you could integrate that stylistically, that would be cool to see. It would also be very hard. I could understand. The only thing that I have a problem with is, yes, he looks a little pure white here to me. It's not too terrible with the orange. Please, dear God, get rid of that beard. That thing is awful. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the beard.
Get rid of the beard.
The beard is definitely one of the points where I'm just like...
And I'm sorry about this too. I've never been one for beauty marks on ponies. If it's denoting something that you have, if you like it, whatever, that's for you. I really don't like the eye color on this one. These yellow eyes I've been seeing a lot. Mummified. I don't like yellow eyes, right? Used in this sense right here. It doesn't work. It doesn't mesh with whatever's going on with the accessories here. Well, actually, the yellow does work with the yellow of the headphones, and it meshes with that, but I'm not entirely sure I want to see that with the orange. I'm not even really sure if I want to see the teal with the orange, really. Like, I like this sort of subdued purple on his shirt, and the black for the vest actually isn't that bad. I mean, it's fine to have that in there. But there's a lot of colors going on here, and I mean, maybe if you could tone it back just a little bit. I like how his eyes match the headphones and the icon. He fitted in with the other accessories, which kind of match the cutie mark, unless that's just a shading thing. It looks like a little bit different shade of teal. So, I mean, this OC definitely harbors a lot of potential, and I mean, it could go somewhere. So that's pretty much all I have on that.
I love this OC. I can't get enough of it. I mean, the beard does look a little off-putting, but I think almost all of it I absolutely love. Even to the actual execution of the pony being a work of art. Because the framing of this character with that two different colored purples in the background, that are his cutie mark then placed on it, since his cutie mark is just a two-tone cutie mark, taking that and applying it to the background and tiling that over, and then making the framing of it slightly smaller than the actual pony, and then taking the black outline of the character and kind of expanding on it like there was a light shining next to him. Oh my god. Everything with this, from an artistic standpoint, is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Mummified on this one. It's like definitely good part too. I like this character. I mean, goddamn, get rid of the beard. Shave, dude, shave. Take it from me. Yeah, it's decent design. I mean, granted, when I first saw it, I thought he was wearing a friggin' shirt made out of tires, but it's rocking the Marty McFly vest, so it's it's a decent design.
I don't connect with this pony too much, aside from the fact that I pretty much like every kind of music, but I mean, he's not bad. I'm just stating the same shit over again by saying about the beard and stuff, so I'm not gonna bother about more than that. I think that the cutie mark is pretty cool. I really like the dripping effect because I love dripping effects. It reminds me of psychedelia and stuff like that, which is a music thing. So, an unintentional music reference, if not intentional, because that'd be cool if it was intentional. I really like the little heart thing on the end of the tail. It's really cute. I hope that's just a thing that the character.
Ooh, I didn't even notice that before. That's adorable.
I pointed it out last
I wasn't
time.
paying attention.
Fuck you.
Heck yeah.
You're not important.
But yeah, I think it's really cool. The eye color is a bit saturated for me because yellow is an easily oversaturated color in most situations, so I toned that down a little bit. But overall, there's not too much I can complain honestly about. I'm not for the mane and tail. I mean, I'm not sure how it exactly works, but it doesn't look bad, but I don't get it. Like, if this was show style, I want to know what the color would be for that, because it wouldn't be that, and if it was exactly that in show style, then I would have a problem with this OC.
That's it for everybody.
Yeah,
Right.
I think so.
Then, let's move on to voting this week. Now, going back in the same order we presented in with voting, and not voting for the same OC that you brought to the party. I brought Toxic Star by Nasta the Cat. Commander brought in Songbird by Ali Flendor. Soren brought in
Silver Sonata
by
Starlet Quinn.
Smooth brought in
Mocha Song.
And then finally, Tarby brought in High Pitch by Pichu24. So, Smooth, who do you vote for your best OC this week?
Silver Sonata.
Silver Sonata. Cool. Commander?
Yeah, Silver Sonata.
That's right, bitch.
Tarby?
I gotta follow suit. Yeah, Silver Sonata.
I think I'm going to have to give it to Songbird. Personally. Yeah, Songbird.
Mm-hmm.
Soren?
I think I'm gonna have to give it to High Pitch, based on the way that I can see this character going and growing, since it looks like a little bit of a juvenile in the art style, but I really like the way it's designed right now, and it holds a lot of potential for me, and I'd like to see that bloom. So,
Soren wins. Fantastic.
Yay.
Cool.
Is
Comes
not
back,
big surprise.
Joins. Takes the win. Sweet. So, moving on to bad OCs for this week. I brought in Scribble Note by Solemnly-Swetley. Commander brought in Tricky Note by Galaxy-Trax. Soren brought in Drip Drop. Smooth brought in Summer Breeze by Wolf Sheep Soup. And Tarby brought in Cream Jam by Dark is the Name. Smooth?
Drip Drop.
Commander?
I think I'm gonna have to give it to Cream Jam.
Tarby?
Ooh, See, I don't know, because I think I'm gonna have to... I gotta go with Tricky Note. Yeah, Tricky Note.
Nice. Mummified? Cream Jam. Soren?
So fucking dumb. I gotta give it to Tricky Note because this black stripe is pissing me off.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
We're tied again.
Is this round 2?
Yep. Round 2.
Okay.
Have at it, you two.
What?
Okay. Rock, paper,
Oh,
scissors.
yeah, we're doing this again? Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, we're doing this
Awesome.
shit again.
And it doesn't matter if the last time you won or
Yeah,
not.
okay, well, damn, let's do this. Okay, so...
Oh, so Mummified did it. Go.
On
Yep.
shoot.
Paper,
Rock,
scissors,
paper,
shoot.
scissors, shoot.
I had rock.
Shit. Damn it.
Ah, you lose again!
Oh!
Oh!
Nice. Awesome. So both special guests this week take it. So that means Soren wins good OC, Tarby wins bad OC, and the actual home team for Yox sucks it one more time at being able to win anything.
I had a chance this time again, and I blew it.
Way to suck, Commander.
I stepped too far ahead.
I want to say thank you very much, Tarby, for joining us, not for the first recording, but the second recording.
No problem,
as
man.
well.
Shit happens. Maybe, like, if you guys actually allow me on another time, it'll run just a bit more smoothly.
Yeah, maybe we'll run like an All-Stars episode or something. I don't know. That'd be fun.
Or I could just come in
anyway.
and just hijack your podcast. Be like, hey, look, you're just a bad OC I've seen. That's the whole point of it. Screw, like, systems or procedure. I'm just gonna spend 30 minutes bitching about this one thing. And you guys are gonna have to listen to it all.
I'd be down for it.
No
God.
editing, though, so
Like,
Smooth can take a break on that one.
God, I don't even know how that would work, but that's for something for another day. Anyway, I want to, Soren, tell the people where they can find how to submit questions and OCs.
Anything they need.
Okay, so you can find us over at DeviantArt at yourocsucks.deviantart.com. Hit us up at Twitter at yourocsucks. Give us an email at yourocsuckspodcast@gmail.com. Tumblr at yourocsuckspodcast.tumblr.com.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Once again, I want to thank Tarby for joining us. Just like before, I always this whole special guest thing has been just great. I love getting new ideas and new people on the show.
Nah, dude, I definitely loved being on here. I would love to do it again.
Hey, Tarby, where can people find your stuff at?
In my bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aside from your bathroom.
You can find me online at www.youtube.com/TarbyRocks. Same thing for Twitter, Facebook. Eventually I'll have a website, tarbyrocks.com, but it is not up yet.
Isn't your Bandcamp Tarby Rocks as well?
Bandcamp is Tarby Rocks as well, if you're willing to throw some shit at me, which would be grateful. Really, if you type in Tarby Rocks as one word, you can find me on pretty much every single social network site from Bandcamp to FetLife, so. And, yeah,
I love it.
So, hope to see you guys from the stage, and as for you guys, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Awesome. We love having you.
So, thanks for having me back, guys. Had a lot of fun. Both times.
Oh, yeah.
Both times had fun.
Heck yeah.
So.
3 times.
Hey, you've been on the show 3 times now.
3 times.
I'm gonna make a pie in your effigy, because... stuff.
Yes. And I am going to go to Bandcamp and throw shit at you, because you told me to.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Yes. Anyway, so, I've been your host, Mummified Thunderbirds. I've been joined by...
Commander Sparkle.
Medi Bobo.
Smooth sailing.
And Tarby Rocks. No, and
Awesome.
just Tarby.
So,
it's just
and-
Tarby, never mind. And Tarby.
Awesome. And remember, folks, your OC sucks.